Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite Nhl Dfs plays for this Tuesday, January 16th slate. We got ourselves 8 games here tonight where I'm going to go through a couple of my favorite line stacks, some of my favorite individual plays, and then we'll wrap up the video with 3 low-priced options or sub 4K forward plays. With that being said, let's dive right into this. And we're going to kick things off here by highlighting the 8 games that we have on this slate tonight, showing you the money lines and over-under. First set of games here, we got the Avalanche at Senators, Kraken at Rangers, Ducks at Capitals, and the New York Islanders taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Next set of games here, we got the Kings at Stars, Sharks at Blackhawks, Maple Leafs at Oilers, and the Arizona Coyotes taking on the Calgary Flames. And then here's a schedule update for this week. Nhl Dfs video here today and Thursday, and then I'll be breaking down my favorite tournament or GPP plays for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. We got a 4-game featured slate for this weekend, and I'm really looking forward to that. With all that being said, let's dive into a couple of line stacks that I like here for tonight. Starting with that second line for the New York Rangers, we got Trocheck centering Panarin and Lafreniere. Solid matchup at home here tonight against the Seattle Kraken team, who has been playing good hockey as of late, but they're also playing on back-to-back days on the road after losing to the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-0 last night, and they'll also be starting their backup goaltender tonight, not Joey Daccord, so I like that as well. And this line has truly been good all year long. Of 100 qualified lines in the NHL this year, they rank 5th overall in goals 5-on-5, 10th in expected goals per 60 minutes, and 11th in shot attempts per 60 minutes. And I love that all 3 of these guys are getting some sort of exposure on the power play. We're going to see Panarin and Trocheck play up on the Rangers' number 1 power play, and Lafreniere play down on their number 2 power play. And then a cheaper line stack that I like here tonight is that first line for the Washington Capitals. We got Strome centering Oshie and Pacioretty. Good matchup at home here tonight against the Anaheim Ducks, and they've only played 2 games together now as a line, and they've played both those games actually against the New York Rangers, and they looked good in those games, combining for 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. They had a Corsi percentage of 52% and 77% in those games, an expected goals percentage of 71%, 81%. Really like those numbers there, and I really like that all 3 of these guys are currently playing up on the Capitals' number 1 power play, especially in this matchup here against Anaheim, who not only gives up quite a few goals, 3.44 per game this year, that's the 6th most in the NHL, but what I really like is this team leads the NHL in minor penalties per game, which should bode well for this Capitals power play. Now folks, before we dive into some of my favorite individual plays here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. We're trying to build that brand here at Slydog Sports, and every like, sub, and comment on these videos truly does go a long way. Also want to mention I am running a free Discord channel as well. If you want to join that, there's a link to do so in the description below, or if you can't find that, just let me know in the comments and I can send you an invite there. Alright, now diving into some of these individual plays here, we're going to kick it off with the forwards. First guy that I got is Zach Hyman of the Edmonton Oilers, priced at $8,200 here tonight, playing against his former team in the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's really just been a reoccurring theme to highlight that first line for the Oilers as of late with McDavid, Hyman, and Nugent Hopkins, and if you want to stack them up here tonight, I have no problem with that. They've truly been the best line 5-on-5 in the NHL all year long, but Hyman himself has been dominating as of late. He's got 8 goals here, 4 assists, 12 points in his last 10 games. Love the way he's been shooting the puck with 42 shots on net, averaging 18.5 DraftKings points per game during the Oilers' last 10-game win streak. Now with this next play here, I really like him more as a tournament play than I do a cash game play. Usually these individual plays are more oriented towards the cash side of things, but I kind of like the Dallas Stars on the tournament side of things here tonight, and I'm going to highlight Jason Robertson, priced at $6,800, playing at home against the Los Angeles Kings, and this is certainly a tougher matchup. LA has been one of the better teams in the NHL all year long, hence the reason I like him more of a tournament play than a cash play, but Robertson himself has played very well here as of late. 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points in his last 10 games, 34 shots on net during that stretch, averaging 14.5 DraftKings points per game. Plus, the reason I like the Stars here tonight is because this Kings team is playing on back-to-back nights on the road, played in Carolina last night, then you got to travel to Dallas here either last night or this morning, so I do like the matchup or do like this spot. We're going to see Robo play up on the first first line and number 1 power play here tonight, but I don't mind stacking that second line either, who I've highlighted all year long. Duchesne, Sagan, and Marchment look really nice and very affordable from a stacking perspective. Now, the next guy that I got here is absolutely cash game viable. That's going to be Nikolai Ehlers of the Winnipeg Jets, priced at $6,200 tonight in a matchup at home against the Islanders. You know, I've really highlighted him quite a bit here as of late. He's truly playing his best hockey right now. 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points in his last 15 games. Has 58 shots on net during that stretch as well. And I do like the matchup at home here tonight. Another team, the Islanders, playing on back-to-back nights on the road. Played in Minnesota last night. And this is a team that's allowed 3.29 goals per game this year, the 11th most in the NHL, and have the league's 4th worst penalty kill, hitting at just a 73% rate. We're going to see Ehlers play up on the first line and number 1 power play for the Jets tonight. Now, one guy who's just on an absolute heater as of late is Blake Coleman of the Calgary Flames, priced at $5,400 tonight in a matchup at home against the Arizona Coyotes. He has now put up 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 points in his last 10 games, averaging 16 Draftkings points per game. It's over 3x value here at his current price in the 5K range. Currently playing on the third line, number 2 power play, and the penalty kill for the Flames. And I like this spot here against Arizona, who has not played great as of late, allowing 4 goals per game with a penalty kill that's hit at just a 76% rate in their last 7 games. And then dipping into the 4K range of forwards here, I like Jonathan Drouin tonight of the Colorado Avalanche, priced at $4,000 in a matchup on the road against the Ottawa Senators. Truly is an opportunity play right now with him up on that first line with McKinnon and Rantanen, while also playing on the Avalanche number 1 power play. And he's made the most of that here as of late with 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points in his last 10 games, averaging 10 Draftkings points per game. And I like this spot here on the road against the Senators, a team that's allowed 3.68 goals per game this year, the 3rd most in the NHL, while having the league's 2nd worst penalty kill, hitting at just a 72% rate. Now, moving on to the defensemen here, and there are definitely some nice spend-up options here tonight. You got Makar of the Avalanche, Bouchard of the Oilers. Would definitely be willing to go to either one of those guys, especially if I'm stacking up either one of those teams. But I also wanted to highlight Mackenzie Weegar here, the Calgary Flames, priced at $6,500 here tonight in a matchup at home, again against the Coyotes. He's a very well-rounded defenseman who plays up on that Flames number 1 power play and plays on their penalty kill. He's got 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points in 43 games this year, while averaging 2.5 shots on net per game and 2.5 block shots per game too. And then I also like spending up for John Carlson of the Washington Capitals tonight, priced at $5,900 again at home here against the Ducks. Really makes sense to stack them up with that first line that I highlighted earlier, really targeting the number 1 power play for the Capitals, which has not been great this year. I'm not really advocating for that, but again, this Ducks team takes a lot of penalties, so the opportunity should be there for the Capitals tonight. Another very well-rounded defenseman here who plays around 25 minutes per night for the Capitals, up on their number 1 power play and the penalty kill. He's got 3 goals, 21 assists, 24 points in 41 games this year, while averaging 2.2 shots on net per game and 2.2 block shots per game. Now, dipping into the 4K range of defensemen here, Devon Toews of the Colorado Avalanche has played well as of late, priced at $4,400 again on the road here against Ottawa. He's kind of found his offensive touch, if you will, with 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points in his last 10 games. Plays around 24 minutes per night for this Avalanche team on their number 2 power play and the penalty kill. And honestly, I really just love the idea of him playing with Cale Makar 5-on-5, logging big minutes together. When you're on the ice with that guy, opportunities are definitely going to be there for you. And then if we're looking to save even more money, and actually before I highlight the next guy here, I do want to name drop Ryker Evans of the Seattle Kraken, priced at the bare minimum of $2,500 here tonight. Keep an eye on this one because he played 22 minutes last night against Pittsburgh, got time on the power play with Vince Dunn out of the lineup for Seattle. So again, keep an eye on that. Dunn very well could play tonight, but if he doesn't, Ryker Evans is another guy who could play 20 plus minutes, and again, priced at the bare minimum on DraftKings. With that being said, I also like the value here with Samuel Girard of the Colorado Avalanche, priced at $3,600, again playing the Ottawa Senators. Since returning to the lineup 8 games ago, he's now hit 8 plus DraftKings points in 7 of those games, playing some solid hockey, playing around 19 minutes per night, getting time on that Avalanche Avalanche number 2 power play and their penalty kill, and he's averaging close to 2 block shots per game this season. Definitely someone who can get you 3 in a game and get you that 3-point DraftKings bonus. And then I got a couple of goaltenders here for you, and if I'm looking to spend up here tonight, I like Connor Hellebuyck of the Winnipeg Jets, priced at $8,200 in a matchup at home against the New York Islanders. He has truly been great all year long with a record of 21-7-3, save percentage of .924, goals allowed average of 2.19, averaging 18 DraftKings points per game. He also ranks 4th of 70 goalies this year in goals save above expected per 60 minutes, and I love that the Jets are home favorites here tonight, sitting on a money line of -165. And then a cheaper goaltender that I like here tonight, more so on the tournament side of things, is Connor Ingram of the Arizona Coyotes, priced at $7,100 here tonight in a matchup on the road against the Calgary Flames. Truly is more of a boom-bust type of goaltender. That's why I like him in tournaments or GPPs. But if you look at his ceiling scores throughout the season, I mean, he just had 40 DraftKings points last game against the Minnesota Wild. That's the type of upside that he does offer. He actually ranks 7th of 70 goalies this year in goals save above expected per 62. His team in front of him just isn't the greatest defensively. He's 15-8-0 on the season this year with a save percentage of .919, goals allowed average of 2.51, averaging 15.5 DraftKings points per game. And as always, going to wrap up this video here with 3 low-priced options or sub 4K forward plays. First guy that I got there is Vladislav Namestnikov of the Winnipeg Jets, priced at $3,700 here tonight in a matchup at home against the New York Islanders. He's played solid here as of late with 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points in his last 10 games, but really love the ice time he's been getting as of late, playing anywhere from 18 to 20 minutes per game. And if Mark Scheifele does not go here tonight for the Jets, we could see him play 20 plus minutes, get time on that number 2 power play for the Jets, and play on their penalty kill. And then someone with an almost identical stat line here over the last 10 games and at the exact same price here tonight on DraftKings is Jonathan Huberdeau of the Calgary Flames, priced at $3,700. He plays up on their first line in number 1 power play and has kind of found a little bit of a scoring touch here as of late, or at least getting on the score sheet with 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points in his last 10 games. And then the last guy that I got there is Ross Colton of the Colorado Avalanche, who was just recently promoted to the Avalanche number 1 power play, being that Valeri Nichushkin has taken some time away from the game. He's priced at $3,400 here tonight. Really solid opportunity play, centering that second line and playing up on the Avs number 1 power play. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist here in his last 2 games, hitting 14.5 and 18 DraftKings points, showing some really nice upside considering his price, and actually scored on the power play just last night, so I really like to see that. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great day here, folks. Let's win some money on this 8-game slate, and in the meantime, I'm out of here.